And I probably want to get everybody's opinion on this, but I want to start with you, Frodd. Yeah? It's an opinion about the show generally. Sometimes controversial, but people swear that that's what it is. Do you agree that Big Brother is made, or the way it works is more beneficial to the women?
Nah. Oh. Let me know Laycon the moment.
You know how big you get that it becomes an adjective.
I just feel that one.
Hold on. What I feel. Can I talk about this one from now?
I'm still trying to.
Don't worry, I don't already reason the answer. After Frodd.
Oh my God.
You're concerned.
I'm not lying.
Okay, go on then. Laycon, go on.
Okay, so it's like this.
Oh, now you go say I don't know before.
Then I go answer my answer.
It's fast. You go into the show for a particular goal. Whatever it is you get is based off your own actions or inactions. And I don't really think, this show is, there's a lot more cons than you see than a lot more pros.
Wait. You guys, what's wrong with you? Hello, I got to leave this.
I can rap with that. Let's go.
Let's go.
What I think is
this was a bad idea.
I keep flow. Y'all don't even give it this frog. This show. I see a lot of things happening. This flow. Dude here trying to really kill a nigga. He flow. I ain't even cutting. I ain't even talking. I ain't even tapping flows. I ain't even tapping. I ain't even keeping it. I say I got it. That's all that was.
Whoa, I love it.
The whole point is this. To be honest, the show.
People are distracting him. He cannot land.
The show gives you a lot of chances to actually.
Laycon, do you remember the question?
Yeah.
What's the question?
The show gives you.
Tobi.
The show gives you a lot of chances to actually make yourself out of it. To be honest, but then.
Do you think women have the advantage?
Women. Yeah, definitely. That's like a true fact in life.
And you won against all odds. Congrats to you, brother.
That's not even a life fact. That's just like a general fact.
Okay,
women has the advantage over men anyway. Regardless of how they try to see it, there's the truth. There's a lot of men going to jail. There's a lot of men going more to.
It's not political, brother.
But okay, so let me get to that. But Frodd, before I forget it, I don't know if you agree or not. It's supposed to be a man's world, so why is it not a man's world?
I don't give bros thought.
I think everybody can answer that question. Everybody here can answer that question. Let Frodd talk. Everybody can answer the question, including you.
I don't let me ask. He has asked me.
Yeah. Frodd, answer the question.
If you feel left or tap on your left lap,
yeah, I beg brothers out there.
We got you, bro.
And the ladies too, please.
Nobody should get offended.
This topic here is very deep. I like to put it this way. It's a man's world, yes.
Very dicey.
But I also like to say that.
Man's world.
No, that's what Ebuka said.
But it's a saying.
It's straightforward.
Ebuka said it's a man's world.
It's straightforward.
It's just a saying right now.
Yeah. So when you talk about why you said if why women do better after why?
Pretty much.
Exactly. You
Or
didn't
the
even say
perception that
you
they do
just
better,
made it.
whatever the case is.
Okay. So there's a perception that women do better because the world has been planted in such a way that I feel like it's easier for women to get favors when it comes to favor ground and they don't really evaluate women all the time because of merit. Do you understand? I mean, some women are worthy of merit, like how to work, what to do, skill and everything. But there's this grace they have from my
I hear
gender.
Grace a lot on Big Brother.
Yeah, from my gender. From my gender. So let me put it.
Me, I'm a product of grace.
Let me finish this thing. So let me put it this way. So let me use the show to dissect.
Tobi, what do you want?
So you see,
This is why we will not have an all-star.
you're cutting me short.
Sorry.
So you see this show, people watch you on this show, right? Both females and both males. But there's something about the favor we talk about. I believe that we're not talking about this favor from women to women. Post the show. It's actually from guys.
Yeah,
it's actually from guys outside to women post the show. That's why we talk about this survival and the fact that they're doing well. You think about it. They look at these ladies every day. They watch them. Those that have the time.
So why?
Those that don't watch, hear about it. They look at pictures. They see the curve. They fantasize, and then they get to that point where they want to play lead. They want to like try and be friends with this person. Before you know it, they start giving out incentives, and it starts to favor this person. They also try to start putting it into their own industry, and then they start living the life.
Yeah.
But for a man, it's way, way difficult. The other gender, our opposite gender, the females, do not support us the way our own gender supports the females.
So are you saying? But you're saying it's the men who do that for the women?
Most part.
Okay, let me. Sorry, I'm very sorry to cut you off. I want to go to Elo.
If you can let me finish this.
Okay, finish.
Will now come announce.
Okay, finish.
The angle I put it.
I will tweet that. No, you didn't hear the end of the conversation. They also said,
okay, finish.
Yeah, so like for instance, post the show, it's really hard to hear a man got a car. You know, at the time it was an issue.
Why didn't they?
you did it intentionally, right?
Sorry. It was really hard.
Yeah.
You know, by God's grace, it became more redefined in the also sets, and your set, yeah. So you guys started getting car gifts. You know, as at the time I went to Big Brother and I die hard as a guy. When you come out, Baba walk.
You're on your own.
Baba hustle.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yeah.
So I want to ask this to you. The belief is that, first of all, do you agree with this point that women have it better outside the house? Okay. But the belief is also that women constitutes a majority of viewership and fan bases of the show. How then are they not doing that for the guys? If that's the theory that it's the viewers or the fans or the...
So the belief is that women constitutes more of the fan base, like the fan base generally supports them more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to support the show. The viewership of the show.
Okay, viewership of the show.
Viewership of the show. Fan bases of the show.
Yeah.
The point is, if we're saying... My question is, if we're saying that it's a lot of the women get favors from men or whatever it is, how come the core of the fan base of the show don't do the same thing for you guys?
So, again, if we have to look at this thing very intricately. For our sets, right? This is because I know for you guys' sets, some of that happened, but not like from our sets. From our sets, I mean, I know I got a lot of favors from.
Yes, you did.
Yes, from the fan base.
Both alone and as a ship.
Alone and as a ship. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
yes. I did. And most of them were, in fact, not most of them, all of them were women. Yeah. Contributing, doing whatever it is they're doing, buying stuff individually and as a group, they were women. And I feel like for people like Mike as well, who also got such favors, they were also, for Frodd as well, they were also women. But again, it doesn't take away from the fact that
on the larger scale, when it comes to
it just takes one guy.
It just takes one guy to do what the entire group is doing.
I swear.
Do you get? Block. It just takes one guy to just ball out a car.
I want me to for breakfast.
Yeah, like exactly. I want this person who is revered by so many to be my guest for the day. You know, I'm gonna pay whatever it takes. I have XYZ amount of money, and that XYZ amount of money will probably cover what all the groups will contribute in a year.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the truth. That's actually the truth. That's not to say that the females are not doing their part. They're doing their part for whoever is their fave.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Okay.
But let's just be honest.
There's money and there's money.
I want to say can I Laycon this moment?
I just want to say 8 words. 8 words. Don't believe everything you see on social media.
Bam! Period. That's it.
Explain.
Are you talking about hard work?
I'm just saying, like, you asked the question about females doing what's better or what works better is what you see. So you don't know exactly what is going on behind the scene.
Even for the guys.
I'm talking even for the women.
Generally.
Yeah, in general. You don't. If I can buy a Range Rover now and nothing is in my account.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? I can buy a Range Rover now and nothing is in my account. I can go rent a house in somewhere secluded and say it's my house. I can say that 2 million people.
Have you witnessed that without calling?
I feel like this bro is
Have you seen it?
speaking out of experience.
I don't want to say I've witnessed that because people would immediately start drawing parallels. So I'm just gonna say one last thing. I can say 2 million people.
Who is dodging?
I can say like I can say 2 million people donated for me to buy this, but in reality, nobody donated. It was one person that dropped the money.
That was also this person bought
Okay,
a car.
without mentioning names.
So
Have you guys seen that happen in your season?
I'll tell you something. I'll give you an example.
Nobody's saying it.
I'll give you an example on the fairground.
So wait, let's just ask a question. What do you mean by better? If it's better about who is getting more gifts.
So I'm talking about perception. People always say when the show ends, the girls are driving cars, the girls are moving into houses, the girls are traveling, the girls are touring the world.
Yes.
But the guys seem to just be here.
I'm a working class young man.
To be very fair, to actually ground your point here, it's true. We guys would have to actually dig our hands into the soil and work. And it takes quite a bit of time for people to be seeing our ball and everything. You get immediately after the show.
Like small narrative.
Yeah.
After our time in the Big Brother house, you know, one of those courtesy that somebody will call you that want to go and greet this person. Like I didn't partake in any of those.
I wasn't even invited.
Just personal pride and whatnot. But like I'll hear that, they called all the guys that went, no names mentioned, they carried $5,000 for all of them to share.
Okay.
But then each of the girls,
5K.
yes, like right now,
5K
what I'm
for
getting
share, but each of the girls gets 5K. That's the point.
But like they are the ones that gave me the G. So each of them now, the girls now, they'll call them aside. You're getting 5K, you're getting 10K. But then I'm just saying, realistically though, who's interesting to watch on social media? Girls have hair to sell,
Makeup.
they have
Show
makeup
off.
to sell, they have cream to sell. Like
They
have clothes. They have I won't like even
They have a more
the
market.
advantage on the business end and on
higher.
favors
We're so
end.
boring.
As a guy, realistically, what can you sell? How many boys really care about skin? How many girls really care about beard oil? But you get on social media now, a woman can
Cares
sell.
about beard oil.
Where do they want?
Yeah, but how many?
I care about beard oil.
So
Sorry, I go help you.
So right now, I'm just talking on.
struggling with
I was
this
like
life for
you.
years.
I'm talking on both ends. Yeah, there are women that get it on favors, and there are women that bust their ass because trust me,
bust their
these favors some girls have. Curves, men like to see clothes.
Okay, so I want to ask a question now.
Calm down.
Some women don't get them, and they are making their coins.
I want to ask a question now.
Sorry, in the movie industry, bros, the most hardworking people I've seen, or I'm yet to meet, like so far in my experience, are women, and they deserve every penny. Sorry, can I mention names?
Go on.
If Jade Oshibere is driving a Bentley tomorrow, I'll buy a fuel. She deserves every penny. Like she earned it. Like this one is not favors that I'm a woman, kinikon. This one do the work. So there are women that do the work, but then realistically there are women that gets it on.
Yeah, but you know we're talking about Big Brother.
Big Brother.
So
yes.
let's
Not generally.
Yes, not generally. So let's focus on Big Brother. Both of you were on the same set. 10 weeks spent in the house.
Probably even spent longer time.
Exactly. No. Let me just use 10 weeks. Both of you spent 10 weeks in the house. You come out first week. She buys a range. First week you don't even.
No, they get favors. My first
Exactly.
year,
So I think that is.
regardless of popularity, I don't think I got any endorsement my first year.
Yeah. So
and people were counting.
and that is that is the point Ebuka is trying to make. I see. I know several Big Brother stars that I am close to that bust their asses, work, earn their penny.
Like literally bust them.
Wow.
Same thing you did.
Wow.
Same shit you did. Same shit you did.
No, I'm not talking fisting.
Verify, you don't bust my ass.
Was that when?
Fisting is later we'll talk about that one. I'm just saying that there are women that I know, they would, because the thing is, when you're in the business sense or in the business world like I am, a lot of these people come to meet you. So I know a lot of them that have brilliant ideas, proposals. I guide them that, okay, you know what, this is what you should do, this is what you should do, this is where you should go for your funding. AFDB has this thing that you can get this thing, or this place, all that kind of stuff.
I want to go to Ozo now.
Hey.
Because I've heard everything everybody said, but it looks like you kind of defied that with what the fans do. And because I said this because I was at your birthday.
Yeah.
I was at this guy's birthday. There were probably, if there were 100 guests, 96 were women. And it seemed like 60 were married. So it was like, what's going on here? And you got plenty details, So what do you think? Do you agree with this perception? Or do you see it differently about how?
In a way, yes and no. I agree with the point Tobi was trying to make, where he said, in terms of like the ladies, they have more things to market. They have the waist trainers, they have the hair, they have the skincare. I mean, just look at from a marketing.
How many politicians we have?
No. But even from a marketing standpoint, if you want to sell something, marketing most times is all about likeness, and ladies most times they are more maybe appealing to look at than guys from both sexes actually.
Exactly.
So that's why maybe
social media really.
Exactly. So that's why they probably get most of those things as well. I think in my own case, it's not something I can put a finger on and say.
So what's the other side? I'm waiting for the other side.
Yeah, in my own case, I can't say yes. Like this is exactly why I got all the extra favors that I got. To be honest,
so you got extra favors.
Extra favors.
Extra. No, but I mean, in the sense that I had like a huge fan base and everything like that coming out from the house, and these are some things that you definitely do not expect. But now, on the other hand, we all know as men, there's that whole thing where I think there was a line in one of it was a Techno and Davido song where I used to watch her on TV. Now she wakes up in my house or something like that. There's that whole thing with the masculine with males that you could see a lady on the street, but then maybe the next day you see her on TV, she automatically looks more attractive.
Yeah. Just
because she's on TV. I think there's that whole thing with males that it's almost a little bit like a power play type thing. Yeah. So maybe that, to me, I think that's what the other angle is for sure.
So they want to
chase supreme.
Yeah.
They chase. They want to do treasure.
Frodd,
That's a very.
Frodd don't enter places where we about.
Okay, let's wrap this
Topic.
in-house.
Zile, we're not going anywhere.
Prince, let me start with you. I hear people say sometimes, Big Brother is the fans, oh my God. Yawala is too much. Do you appreciate or what did Big Brother do what it was supposed to do for you? And would you take it back if you could? Like coming on the show.
It definitely did what it was supposed to do for me, to be honest. I appreciate 100% going on the show, and everything that I had.
Flaws and all.
Yeah, flaws and all, to be honest, because I feel like I've been asked these questions a lot.
where people say, "Oh, would you have changed anything, or would you like to go back and change something?" You get, but I honestly, from the physics standpoint,
Physics.
I studied pure physics. From the physics standpoint, when you go back in time and change something, it gives off a ripple effect in the time continuum. And
Bro, I'm here for this. Let's do this. Yes. Physics.
And
Just a small question.
it gives off a ripple effect where that thing that you changes something else, and something else changes, and all of that. So, do I think I would have changed anything or taken it back? I say no, because what is the guarantee that if I had done something different, that it would result to this, please? What is the guarantee that if I didn't have a sheep per se, or per se, that I would have been loved the way I was? What is the guarantee that if I wasn't contestant housemate number 3, that I would have been so and so person? Yeah. So I feel like everything worked together for good to getting me to the point where I am right now.
That's what we see to ourselves.
Do you get? No, that's no. No, it's not just about what she's looking at reality and also looking at it from a scientific point of view. Do you get?
Okay.
And also, would I have changed it? No. Do I take it back? No. Did it do what it was supposed to do for me? Definitely yes, because I am living my dream, literally. Like, and I say this as at 2011, for the first time, I told somebody that I was going to be on Big Brother, and I think then it was still Big Brother Africa.
It's called love.
And as at 2011, I had told someone that I will be on this show.
Energy.
Do you understand? And I kept on mentioning it to my friends over the years. Even when I was in school, I kept saying that I will be on this show. And if I go on this show, these are the things that I want to do.
Did you do the things you wanted to do?
Post the show? Yeah, I'm doing the things that I want to do. On the show, you can't necessarily say exactly what you want to do on the show because the dynamics are constantly changing. You might be talking to somebody or be parties with one person, somebody today, and they wake up tomorrow and again. You understand?
Baba said
Okay.
Do you think the show did what it was supposed to do for you? Because you are the one person here who keeps saying you came on this show solely to better your music career. Has it done that for you?
I mean, yeah, it has. It has, actually. Even the funny thing is, even after my episode,
your season,
after my season, even other people's season, it still keeps promoting me, and so I think it has.
It works for you.
Definitely done that, yeah.
So
it keeps doing that.
So
would I advise people to go on the show?
So for me,
would I advise people to go on the show and promote themselves? Yeah, I think
even with the baggage.
Yeah, if you know what you want, I mean,
go and try your luck.
Baggage is worth it for you.
Yeah, I agree. Please, there's a bot. Add the bot for them. Be mentally prepared.
Definitely.
I really don't need to be.
Are you serious? It's a good advice to tell them.
No,
have a good advice to
She's going to come up for you.
whether
it's a good advice to tell.
Exactly.
So better let it come up for something that makes you.
Go there, promote
There's something called awareness.
It has to be worth it.
Go there, promote yourself.
Tobi.
So what did the show do? Personally, for me, when I left banking, I just wanted something different in my life, something new, something refreshing. And Big Brother did just that. I was in a house with 19 other people. I don't know where they're born you. We're all cool, chummy, having experiences and building memories together. So for that refreshing element, it was there. And then I was hoping for great things ahead. Like I you know, when Ebuka said, do you have a plan? I didn't necessarily have a plan. Like, oh, I want to act, I want to host, I want to do whatever. But you know, somewhere in my head, I even got a team like A team, Adora, like, you know, for whatever I'm going to do into the house or in whatever I'm going to do in the house, however it can be commercialized, please you guys help me on the outside. Like I'm not going to do you get so I'm not going to I didn't go into the house with I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. I'm just like whatever it is I'm doing or whatever can turn to money, you guys help me on the outside. So there was a bit of a plan. But when I went to the house, it was freestyle, and right now coming post the house, like there's as a big brother, when you go into the house, like there's so much. If you're not able to make anything out of yourself, that's on you, because so much is open to you, you know, and all you need to tap into is just little efforts, and trust me, you can unlock. And then people think the person that wins the money is who wins. No. So moral of the story, I know my camera. Not who wins the money wins. So like. If you don't win the money, trust me, man, you can still win. You win in life. And then you can win at life. Numerous winners, man. There can be 20 winners. What says there can be 20 winners, man? The sky is so big.
See, sorry, let me say something. To buttress his point, yeah?
Yeah,
let me butcher your point. I think that people that go through this BBN thing, yeah, as long as you're housemates, I think a lot of them, because of maybe if you're dealt with the cards that you don't think are in your favor, they don't realize that you still have that entire BBN fan base to build off of. Just the fact that you left the house 2 weeks in does not mean. And I'll give you a prime example. Look at Kimopra. Kimopra left 2 weeks in. Kim worked. She worked and worked. Don't say work like no. I'm not talking about that work. I hate everybody. You people are mad. You can all see the work that Kim put in.
Thumbs up for my girl.
I swear, Kim buckled down and put her hand in the dirt and worked.
Yeah, Kim worked.
You get so. What I'm trying to say is,
bros, I'm very
I'm done. You already get the point. I'm done.
I get the point.
I get the point. My point. I'm done.
And I want to actually build on that with Soma now, because Soma also spent 2 weeks. Yeah. And he's one of the people I know over the season that I've been in touch with regularly. And I feel like every time I talk with you, you are shooting something, or you're working on a series, or you're working on something. You know, so 2 weeks, I mean, I know you wanted to stay the long haul, but 2 weeks still did something for you, really. Yeah?
Yes, it did. It did a lot for me, actually. It did a whole lot for me. Honestly, I moved to Lagos the year before I went to Big Brother. Yeah? I moved to Lagos out of make I just see what's in the happen. I was a Port Harcourt boy. I just see me, enter Lagos. Actually, when I came to Lagos, on the first day I came to Lagos, I slept in the club for like 2 days because I don't get ready to crash, you understand? So the show I wouldn't know where my life would have been without the show, honestly, because it probably I'd have still been like 4 steps back.
On the wash plate,
you get that one day, you understand? Or the sweep for person, you understand? Who knows? But yeah, the show did a lot for me. Just being on the show, even if I did not win, but just appearing on the show, being on the show, you know, it has done a lot for me. Lots of favors I've gotten, lots of the face value is there. The network. You know, the network is there. You know, I know people that there are some people I speak to, like, see, because no, where they there, but half an hour, you understand? Normally now, I love your VC. You understand? So, show has done a lot for me, you know, with my career. Before coming to Lagos, I just fresh out of school, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just came out, I wasn't sure of what I wanted to do. I knew I always wanted to do music because that was my passion. That's that's a pedigree in my family, you get me? But coming out, there's been so many other opportunities open to me. It's not even just entertainment, business-wise as well, you get me? Like, there's some people that won't deal with you normally. But because they know you, and this guy's bankable, you're credible, you're bankable. You understand? Even if you thief our money, you know if you run, they will catch him.
Thank you.
You know what to do. There's a lot of doors out there.
No, I just wanted to piggyback off what they were saying about like what the show has done.
Also, raise your head so the camera.
No, because for example, in my own case, and I know because of the platform and it's under like reality TV. I think sometimes maybe people in the pre-existing industries that you now want to go into may actually not give you the respect that you maybe actually do deserve, because maybe people just look at you like, oh, you're from a reality TV show. Because even myself,
I was going to ask, is it a burden sometimes? That Big Brother guy.
Yeah, because even
Tobi, you've skilled past it.
because myself,
Have I?
because myself, I can say out of experience. I think one of the days, because most times, no matter what people say on social media, I never reply. One of the days I almost replied. Remember, we had a conversation that day, and you actually told me you've not been replying since. Don't reply, because I found myself in a space now where people were constantly questioning, like, oh, they just knew me as also that went to Big Brother. Did he really end this sports stuff? Not knowing that my background is actually sports and football. Like, this is something I've done before even going on the show. And at the end of the day, it's almost like you're constantly out there trying to prove yourself. But I think for all of us that go on the show and for people that want to go on the show, it's also important not to maybe just limit yourself to the only things that you have in the entertainment industry. Sometimes it's obviously depends on each individual personally, but it's also nice to think outside the box. For example, think about things that maybe it's not going to impact you directly at the moment, but in the long run, there's actually going to be some benefits from it. Because I think it's also important to have that in mind.
And what I was going to say was, it's not a bad tag. Thank God we have great examples. Ibuka is doing well. Bisola is doing well. So, like, call me that guy from Big Brother. Like, some people really see it, or some ex-housemates see it.
It's funny because I go and people take my numbers and they're like, can I save it as BB? And I'm like, that's fine. Like, to me, it's all now that you know me,
I mean, I will save your number.
The ideology is people think like, so people think it's a bad tag, like, oh, Tobi BBN. I'm like, I will take your phone and save it for you, because that's what you're going to remember. But eventually, when that skin falls off, it falls off naturally. Yes. Ebuka worldwide. What are you talking about?
Ebuka worldwide, I'm sorry, but you want to know that I said your name with? Hey, you got Ebuka host.
Right?
No. He's a host.
So it's not a bad tag, but eventually, like, if you keep on with whatever it is you choose to do, it will go to the back.
Leo, do you see it as a burden? You are not in entertainment.
Yeah.
Do you still... I've seen your tweets jokingly sometimes. I believe. I don't know if it's serious though. Where you're like...
No, Leo. I'm looking at Leo's reunion captions.
you said things
Leo
like,
takes.
This is not Leo BBN. I don't know that guy or something.
No,
I know you're being funny sometimes.
Yeah. Not all the time.
Have you been in situations where the BBN tag is like, dude, I'm doing other things. Why do you keep calling me this thing?
So for me, I don't really mind, because when you see me already, you know that I worth whatever I'm about to present to you.
Yeah.
I know my stuff. I know my onion. So I don't care if you're telling your boss that, oh, the guy coming is from BBN. And so when the guy coming from BBN is there, the guy coming from BBN is going to prove himself. And if you don't want to work with me because of BBN, because maybe you have your own agenda, then that's your own business. I remember going to speak in Kano, and there were these guys that attacked me, and they were like, BBN promotes immorality, that I should not be speaking on their stage, and all of that kind of stuff. And the person that took me to Kano was like, what are they saying? After I spoke, literally everyone came to my side, because I said two things. I said, the reason why you're saying BBN promotes immorality is because it is the immorality that you decide to amplify.
Yes.
So it is your problem. It is not my problem.
There's a lot that happens.
Yes. So I was on the show. I was promoting global warming. Why don't you remember that? It is because you want to be educated on immorality. And immediately the entire hall was silent. And that was the entire P of why the guy took me there. Because he knew that they can have a perception. I've been to the presidency. I've been everywhere in this country. I've been out of this country. And immediately they'll give me that tag. But immediately I speak, it's like the tag falls off. So I even like when I'm underrated, like that guy from BBN. I like it. It's less pressure.
Shock them.
Yes, it's less pressure. So when I step into the room and I tell you that, okay, we are raising this amount of money, I'm doing this, then they're like, oh, wow. So that's it.
Okay. Sorry, I don't think people realize how, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think people realize how highly intelligent generally most BBN housemates are. And that's why we're constantly underestimated. You cannot go on a show like that based off of, I can give content, I'm dramatic vibe. That's the thing. This is a game. You have to have the intellectual capacity to play that game. And if you have the intellectual capacity to play that game, you can have the intellectual capacity also to play at life. So wherever they call you, be it CNN, be it the White House, be it anywhere, you would have the capacity to hold your own. Most people don't realize this because of what the general consensus wants to see, which is drama. But you cannot give that kind of drama if you are not intellectually capable.
Yeah.
And I think that's how or where we're underestimated. That's the thing. Without the script. Without a script. You're just going on without a script.
You always feel there's a script.
You always feel there's a script.
I don't know what the script even means.
But I feel like the only script that exists is the one you Yeah. The only script that exists is the one that you choose to give yourself. The plan you have, right? The plan you have, I want to go and be the guy that is friendly, or I want to go and be the guy that is going to be inside the ship, or I want to be the guy that will go and provoke Frodd, or provoke Soma, or provoke... That's the only script you have. And if you're able to play by that script, given the conditions in the house, then you are very smart. So I don't understand why people feel like, good, I want to be in house right now. You don't know we're actually intellectually sound. More than most. Okay. And that's why we got into the house.
Can I say something?
It was.
I honestly feel like going into Big Brother, it's set you up, but it also sets you up to have to work twice or 3 times as hard as every other person in the space that you're functioning in, because you're already coming in to a bias. You know, like
you have it.
He doesn't.
He said he goes somewhere and they're already saying
this Big Brother guy.
You understand? I love Laycon. You get everybody knows that I'm one of Laycon's biggest fans, even right from inside the house of his music. You get, like, from the first time I ever heard him rap and everything, I called him every day. I'll call him, come and rap for me and everything. But I have seen Laycon have to endure constantly what is it called? Criticisms and backlash from music Twitter. And people who are...
because they think he's a reality star.
All it takes is them putting your picture beside somebody early in the morning.
I'm sorry. Laycon has it easy.
You're trending all day for nothing.
Laycon has it easy. See, FA, he's my friend. We are close as we are like this. Honestly, make I tell you now, my blown my mind, yeah. That nigga is lyrically, when it comes to music, he's lyrically sound. But just because he won Big Brother, people expect, you must rap like Jay-Z or you must rap like J. Cole. Bro, that nigga is good. You feel me? Like
nobody cares.
Nobody cares. He just want to.
So it's a burden. So basically, still a burden.
Yes. So he needs to work like
it's a burden that we're having to constantly, work through. Do you understand? As much as it's a platform that launches us, it also has
it launches you with
its baggage.
Yeah, it's baggage that you have to deal with. It's like an anchor.
Did anybody know that before going on the show?
You actually don't ever know. And I say this because I've had conversations. I've had conversations with people.
They give you hints.
And I've had
You think you know, but you don't.
You don't really know because all you're seeing is the fame.
Conversations with people where they have told me, and where they said that if they were going to have like a serious movie or something, they wouldn't call a BBN
your role in Man of God. Bro, so sick, so believable,
sick,
amazing.
Where they said if they were going to call having a serious movie, they won't call someone who's a Big Brother housemate. Why are you judging the person?
Sorry, that's crazy.
Where the person? Because
Nah, it has changed.
Nah, it's changing.
but some people still have
It has not changed. It has changed. No, it has
I feel
changed.
it has changed because people like him have already
Okay,
That's one person.
No, that's one person. There are people who still have that.
With the work we've done, it's changed.
There are people who
With the work
Guys,
we've
it's
done,
changing.
I've done, it's changed.
I want us to just talk about, what we're working on going forward.
I did flat.
So we'll go this way. Let me speak for Laycon, because Laycon had to leave.
No, Laycon already said what he's working on.
Yeah, but please,
He made a shout
download
out.
2000 is his
Download
message.
2000.
Yes. No, he even said that, so they can always.
TikTokers, jump on
And
it.
please follow him. It's Laycon is his handle. Follow
coming.
and support his projects. And Soma,
Yeah.
you are very busy.
Well, I've been working on a lot of things. I've been creating content. Before I went to the house, I was strictly a music producer and a recording artist. But after going to the house and coming out, I started acting. And then since acting, I will call multi-choice and I tried for me too because, I have been on a viral sitcom, My Siblings and I, for like 3 years. So that's a huge one. That's a huge one for me. Still working on a lot of other things. And hopefully it's going to be bigger and better. Music is coming. A lot of people have been asking me, how far they sing again, because they know how talented I am. So the music is coming, my guys, my friends and family waiting for me. Music is coming. But yeah, you should, on your screens, there's a lot of things I'm doing. Fashion, still working on, I'm actually working on getting a line of fashion line out and making sure everything is sorted before I come out. So yes, I have that coming out. I have music coming out. I have a lot of projects, movies coming out, movie series coming out. So yeah, basically.
Well done.
Somebody's dead.
Somebody's husband.
He has a second born coming.
Second born. Well, for me,
One shocks more.
I never survived one. I never did pay school fees. I never survived one yet. So yeah, this year is, I believe after Big Brother, this is going to be my next big year. Maybe this year, next year. I don't know. So I have 2 major movies coming out: Gangs of Lagos and Brotherhood. Sorry, I have to repeat it so you hear it. Sorry.
I think it's December.
I can't wait to watch that.
Like, it's worth hearing it 50 times. Gangs of Lagos and Brotherhood.
Watch out.
So yeah, watch out. So those are 2 amazing movies. And yeah, I'm a new caster on Smart Money Woman, all of that. So yeah, so I'm transitioning. Like, I wanted to do host all the way, I wanted the host money, but
Universe is guiding you.
yeah, Universe is guiding me. So actors still host, but then on the acting projects, like a lot coming soon. And yeah, so
Watch out.
Watch out.
This is Robbie Hands. Like, money is coming.
The other thing, myself, I have my company, Epiphany. One thing I learned over time is it's important for people to have like proper management, because that pretty much guides you. You're able to understand, you're able to plan and understand the type of career you want. So I do have my own management company, but then also that management company now is also going into markets, and so that's making like commercials, because like most of the commercials I do have, I write the scripts and stuff by myself. It's something I've always enjoyed doing. So myself and my team, we do that together. So that's what we're working on, that angle. For my long-term plan in life, which has always been like the sports angle to things, I just got promoted 2 months ago to become a CAF general coordinator. So for me, that's
It's money.
so it's not that serious.
The story of CAF.
But I think for me, that's why I'm always going to be grateful for the platform, because, of course, without the platform, maybe I probably wouldn't have gotten as quickly as I did. Yes, there's previous working experience, but the platform really made people understand that, okay, this stuff this guy has always been saying, he really, really knows so much about it. So that's on the football side. And maybe hopefully next year, I'm trying to take my FIFA Masters course. So I could also
graduate from campus.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. I'm not graduating from. I'm not graduating from.
Because that market you enter, he just do big brand, just enter one market you say, but that's nobody else. Nobody else.
But that's the dream, and I think that the general idea about this whole thing is there are many young people like myself that have always wanted to work in the sports industry or in the football industry, and most times there actually isn't most times we don't have any pathway to it. But that's what I want to do, because I know that many people that are really huge football fans or sports fans, but they can't get any opportunity to maybe work in some of these administrative roles. So my dream is to create a pathway. So the next me wouldn't have to go on the Big Brother to be able to work in their dream federation. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Great stuff. Prince.
Bros, you know what that movie? Do you know when they do the pastor thing? I love it. Hey, Prince. I love it. Hey, Prince. Oh, bro.
Thank you. So for me, I have a lot, to be honest. I'm still trying to chart my course as a host.
After owning a business salon now.
Still forgotten hair.
You know, first of all, I own Hairline Real.
Yes, sir.
Saving bald men.
Yes.
You know, one of the things that people don't understand, or people still haven't gotten, is that it's a what is it called? It's a unisex salon. It's not just a male salon. It's a unisex, a female side, male side, and all of that.
Everybody's unisex.
You get, and you know, one of our selling points is, you know, the hair units that we do for guys, saving bald men. And recently, we started working on a partnership with a Turkish company to expand into hair transplants.
Hey, change the game, man.
Yes, sir.
That's our own BBN.
Doing hair transplant is a lot, to be honest, but I believe that we're going to be able to pull it off. Right. Currently doing movies. So far, I've been on a cinema movie. I've been on a Netflix movie, and I'm currently working on
a Netflix
original movie. I'm currently working on a Netflix. I'm currently working on a Netflix original series.
Another one.
Yeah. It's a series saying it's going to be a mind-blowing one. You know, my show, I have a show that is out right now on MTV Base. My show is currently showing on MTV Base every Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Also, it's real.
I'm currently working on other shows, you know, and hopefully I'm able to, you know, solidify myself as one of the best hosts in Nigeria. And
coming for Ibuka spot.
I'm not coming for anybody's spots, to be honest, because I feel like that's a space that has a lot of potential that people are not, you know.
Can't lie, your space now.
You know what? We'll go squeeze ourselves.
I just say, look, you say hello. Second, don't be last too. You understand? Don't be last too.
We'll squeeze ourselves in somehow. So people should know that I'm actually a host and I can do. I'm great at it. And somehow I'm working something on music. Yeah, I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but I'm doing something on music. So you guys should look out for that as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
What's this thing we're doing?
Clapping silently. Poetry clapping.
You have to go set therapy session. Hello, my name is Tobi. I'm a drug dealer. I'm here to change.
Okay, so
this one.
This is very short. A lot of people don't know that I like making music. That was my first love. So yeah, what many. But of course, you know that with my music comes content. Different. So my EP is coming out this summer.
You said what?
Yeah, I've been working on a 5-track EP this summer.
Producer.
No. Extended play. It's called Love and Soma. Shout out to TY Mix and shout out to Johnny Drill on the mix.
You have Johnny Drill on it.
Johnny Drill mixed 2 tracks for me. TY mixed 3 of my tracks. I produced everything.
You don't know.
A lot of people don't know that I can rap very well and I can sing very well. And yeah, so it's an entertaining piece. There's going to be lots of content surrounding the music and everything. Besides that, I'm also currently working on a bunch of collaborations with a lot of very popular Nollywood actors and also Instagram/social media content creators. Don't worry, don't worry. You said that on the list.
We are still working.
Yes, so there's that as well. Also, shout out to Ife. Really, I'm about to launch or make an Instagram particularly social media series with her. So you guys should look out for that one. Also, hopefully by next year I should shoot either my first feature film or my first feature-length series.
Who's your lead character?
We don't even know any of that yet.
Why is Tobi nice?
I was about, we are here.
Pour drink on your
But next year, that's the goal for next year. My first feature
Don't
film
worry.
or first feature.
Guess my goal for next year
series.
to be your lead character.
Don't worry. We go run out. So yeah, that's basic. And then to continually entertain you guys with intellectually challenging and highly entertaining content. Bam. That's it.
And he said he was going to
Gay.
So that's the short version.
Gay. Oh yeah, my guy.
Leo, where the money
Okay, so
Who buy that? When
It's everything.
I don't understand why.
I've been watching it.
I never chop this money. Me, I don't like.
Someone has finished. I've been watching it.
Every episode, we just keep my mood. We just keep my in-house.
I'm running for president.
The first thing I started doing before the house was, real estate. Then when I came out of the house, I discovered that my passion wasn't really real estate; it was money.
Reality check.
I decided that.
Passion was money. Frodd, you can relate.
So I decided that I was going to start my own PE firm, private equity. And luckily for me, I sold myself perfectly in the house, and I got an offer from a South African company to actually bring money or spread money around Africa. So that was my first initial thing. And why I'm always in the civic space, people will be like, why is this guy always, maybe talking about things that are whatever. Not even just body. Why is this guy always talking about things that affects us as a people? It's because I've seen the challenges that I've faced trying to bring money into this country. There's been a huge number of challenges. Like my company does not facilitate investment lower than $10 million. So it's now looking. It's not. It's not. It's.
What's the commission? How many percent?
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. So what it is that because we do that, we don't have an A-rated bank in Nigeria. And if I'm bringing money into the country, I have to take 99% of the risk because people are like, it's you we trust. We don't know this company. We don't care about them. Yeah. It's you that we know.
So you have to go to a third party.
Yes. Yeah, we don't have any.
Yeah, you have to go to a third party.
Yes. So every Nigerian bank has this partner bank abroad. That is why they have that partner bank abroad, because they are not recognized. So that is the issue that I have, and that is why I don't leave the civic engagement space and I don't leave the political space, because I have to be close to the people that are policy making, and I have to try, because the money that we're bringing in is not for me. It's for young people like us. You get what I'm saying? So there are people like people that have tech investments. I have a young guy now that has just started his own mine, and he's mining gold. I don't want to mention names and whatnot. And we're raising money for it. I have someone that is building a gas plant, and we're raising like 68M, and we've raised several. So we've
dollars or naira.
We've everything.
No, not talk that kind of thing. Go use head. I beg.
So we've
I hear big talk.
My company has raised a lot of money in the past 4 years that we have started. We've raised a lot of money, and the only bad part or annoying part is that we have not raced for Nigeria. I've raced for the UK, I've raced for Ghana, raced for South Africa, I've raced for Tanzania, I've raced for Mozambique, I've even raced for Sierra Leone, but I've not raced for Nigeria, and that is always the bad part because
You race for Soma.
so that is my focus. But obviously, because of the kind of person I am, anytime I see like a tangible brand that fits who I am and I accept, but generally I don't really. I would always say I might act, but only as Leo da Silva, for now. But, I don't have any passion to go into anything like that. But those are the things I'm working on. I'm just looking for means whereby I can make billionaires in my generation, where I can bring more money into this country. And because I know the amount of things that people are doing here that we can get money together, I can have shares. Because if I'm in Nigeria, I bring that kind of money. I know how much I go make now. Than just traveling abroad, I take percentage, I come back, I can't flex, I can't buy a new car, buy one small property. I want to be, in and in, so that's it.
Brother.
Ross, you finally joined us.
I don't join.
I don't think about it, man.
Frodd.
I want to do fraud.
No other time was that.
I was like, this is the only time. No other time was fraud. Like, imagine we all say fraud as if it's normal fraud.
And that was the point, man. Change the narrative.
Yeah, he didn't really change his boss. It's all right.
Change the narrative.
Change the spelling.
That's what
They're killing the streets of now.
So, what does Frodd do? I think Frodd is a chaser.
That's what working on.
Frodd is a chaser. So
Almost done.
I've done a couple of things in my life generally. I've done real estate. I've done marketing. And the real estate I did is actually the tough part. It's selling towers off plan. Oh yeah, I sell towers off plan. So we harness a vision to build a skyscraper, and what me and my team did was to go out on the streets and get people who have the capacity, like HNIs who have the capacity to pay. So that's what I really did over time. But over the past few years, I've actually found out what gives me peace and what gives me joy.
I think it's more joy than peace.
Yeah, more joy. So everybody knows me. I'm a lifestyle person.
Yes, sir.
Prince of Light.
Prince of Nightlife.
The Prince of Nightlife.
I found peace.
Every day broadcasts on WhatsApp.
I will see you there, champ.
See you tonight.
But at least I did good.
You deliver.
I deliver. I always deliver.
Especially my birthday.
So I do a lot of stuff. I don't like to say too much. People don't know what I do that gives me my belly. I have an app. I have a hair store. Like I import hair in bulk, human hairs.
It's a collaboration now.
Yeah, but nobody really knows. But I think it's high time I come to Lekki and open one store and let it just be, come buy your hair. I do that.
Are you engaged?
I plan to get married.
Engage on Instagram engagement.
And then just like he does private equity. Yeah, I kind of have a good circle. I would like to say I have a good network of people.
Yeah,
that enables me to do so much at the same time, even if I know lifestyle is the core. So, should you want to transact properties and all that, I have people like you that I could go meet and I transact. So, I like to call myself a general merchandiser per se.
Importer.
You trade crypto?
I don't do that.
I will this time too.
So Ross, you must tell us.
See, we don't try.
Right,
I get meeting.
So what do you do, sir?
What are you doing?
No. How's life been after Big Brother?
No. Let's not get technical. What are you doing?
What am I working on?
Yeah, what are you working on?
I think I'm at a point where a lot of my set goals, and I don't want to sound a certain way, but a lot of the goals I set for myself here have been not even reached but surpassed. So
Bukati,
so it's more my eyes are.
I don't know if I had to say that.
I was what?
Anything you're doing now
Supposed to be foreign.
has gone.
Yeah.
It's looking for you know when you've exhausted goals, you're not looking for new goals.
Right, secrets of sound shaking.
So final question before we go. This is not a question. Just by show of hands, who would go for an All-Star season?
Sorry.
I will go. If you weren't engaged, you would.
Yes.
You would go, even if it doesn't have anything to do with entertainment. You don't have anything to do with entertainment.
Yeah.
Also, why not? You're done.
The other person will say yes.
That relationship stressed you.
No, for me, it's not that. It's simply because at this point, I'm asking like, I already have the.
What are you going to get out of it?
Yeah, well,
But you never.
I would
get out of it?
actually fun.
I swear, I'm going for fun.
And this one, I'm not having the game.
I swear
for each other. Okay.
All right, guys.
I'm going to play.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate this. I know
I go there, see waiting, go come out from the whole fact that we don't know what's up. So the
With
next
the different
level,
dynamics
it's a
now.
different dynamic. So now the real game.
You know if you get me.
You don't be telling me. If you tell me this way, don't tell me last. Guy, face camera.
I tell you, this one, don't tell me. I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to give you highlights. I'm not going to give you trend.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I know a lot of you had to make out time for this. Short notice, convenience.
I'm on like 5 hours straight.
I swear, I
Here's
don't have some
the
headache.
great year ahead and years ahead. Thanks
Your
for
cup
giving
is
us.
leaking, bro. Trouble.
Thanks for giving us a great season wherever you featured.
So look at you're strong.
All the best.
We try. I mean, where the editor?
I'll just speak with you privately.
Editor, don't do that.
Check on Laycon.
I talk about my phone as well.
It's not mine. Also, is this
Whoever wants.